It's the Pop Report.
So juicy. Make sure my chest looks fine.
Do you
I don't look like I have big old tits.
Do you like touching yourself in the beginning of a podcast?
I just want to make sure that I look good.
Feel good.
Look good. I don't
Just
care
look
how I
good.
feel as long as I look good.
Do you look good?
I don't know. I didn't get approval over my shot in today's episode, so
I
I
don't
have
know.
to trust you.
But it looks like you got a haircut in the few hours I saw a social clip to now.
I did.
Oh, who's going to notice that? Only me. Only me.
You're the only one that called it out. Let me just make sure it looks good.
Earlier, Zack was like, there's a stray gray hair, and he looked like he's going to have a BF. And I'm like, no one can hold your hair higher than your own self. So
I know, it just needs a little more volume. The girl that cuts it, I love her, but she always flattens, and I'm like, it needs volume.
you always
Love
just
you,
have
Kelly.
issues. What's
know.
happening with you?
I'm just DMing with Tom Sandoval
About?
he loved he loved last week's episode because I called Chrishell a loser.
You didn't just call her a loser. You called her 2 words, but
What
anyway.
did I call? Oh, a fucking loser?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like something I would say.
Zach texts me, Tom Sandoval just commented on our clip. I'm like, what clip? Clip.
Clip.
Well,
Oh, R.I.P. to Dorinda.
oh my God, there's a new episode of Traitors that's airing.
Did you see last week's episode of Traitors?
Yes.
Did you see who got eliminated?
Yes.
Or were you sad?
I mean, I'm just upset because of the comments you made to be like, Bob just wanted to steal the ratings and everything else, which now I think ratings are going to go down for the show.
Well, I think they were all eliminating the people that brought the ratings because they all wanted to be the top dog. But I predicted that Bob, the drag queen, was going to be one of the first ones eliminated because he's such a big personality and the way that they promoted him in the promos.
All right, so we're already getting the watch or skip. Welcome, subscribe, do all the things, comment down below. Obviously, it's Andy and Mr. Zachary over here.
Mm-hmm.
Watch or skip Traitors. Fast forward into
I like it. It's
70% in. It's good. Here's the thing. With Traitors, I feel like we have old school TV back where every week you get a new episode.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk with your girls, you talk with your gays, you talk with your everybody in between,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, oh yes, I saw it. And now, because of social media, if you
Mm-hmm.
didn't saw it, you're like, I need to or else something's going to happen and
Yeah.
I'm going to get spoiled.
Be sure to saw it.
I think all the good people that can cause something though are gone. Dorinda, Bob.
Dorinda, Bob, Ayan.
Ugh.
Who else can go? But Tony was like a great game player that we got him out so early. It's okay. We still have Wes. We have Dolores. I'm hoping Dolores gets activated. I'm really, surprisingly, really enjoying Dylan Efron.
I'm just thinking some twist is going to happen where they recruit him or they're going to bring in some new cast members from some other competition show that's not a reality TV show, and I'll be disappointed.
They're not going to, well, I was going to say they're not going to bring in somebody, but
They
also
brought in
have,
3 dudes
Yeah.
from a competition series, and I'm like, that's
yeah, those
fine,
are
but
reality shows.
I split them. Reality stars versus competition stars.
Well, Bob the drag queen was a competition star.
That's
A
different
competition.
because Bob was also on We're Here and a bunch of other unscripted shows.
I didn't know that.
It's okay.
But we also have like King Charles's gay cousin.
No one asked for that.
No one asked for.
We always
or
get
Sam,
someone from across the pond, and Sam
Sam
Asghari's
Asghari.
given me nothing, so there's no screen time for Sam. I also saw an article that said when everyone appeared or arrived in the castle, no one knew who Sam Asghari was.
No, Dorinda said she was just on Jimmy Fallon. She's like, I was talking to him and trying to get to know him, and he said he just went through a divorce. And I was like, oh my god,
Oh my God.
who is she? What does she do for work? Oh, it's gonna be okay. You'll
You'll
be
figure it
fine.
out.
You'll figure it out. And she's like, I didn't know he was talking about Britney Spears.
And he can't mention Britney in there.
Nope, it's Britney. It's Britney's bitch.
I see what you did there. But by the time this airs, the new episode will air, so we have nothing to...
No, it airs on
Spoil.
Thursday. Oh, duh.
Duh,
We're
this
here on a
is-
Thursday.
Yeah, and this is airing on a Friday morning.
Sorry, we're normally in studio on Tuesdays.
And apologies for anybody who just waits for their Friday morning or Wednesday morning drop, because sometimes a girl needs her beauty sleep, and sometimes a girl, aka me, is editing and doesn't get to edit till the next morning. Because girls have jobs, and girls have bags under their eyes sometimes from their jobs. And then there's Zach, who gets haircuts. But what do you think's gonna happen next on Traitors?
Let's see. So we just had the exit of Bob. I don't know. The Traitors are so stupid. Well, the only one that's smart is Boston Rob. He's the only one that's like really playing the game out of strategy, but I think they're on to him, and I think they're probably going to target him
Oh,
next because he was too confident
absolutely.
that Bob, the drag queen, was a traitor, and I think it was a little too obvious, so now people are going to start to look at him. So I think he may be a target next.
That's what we saw for the last episode was them being like, how do you know someone's a traitor 100% unless you're a traitor? So it's like you are a dead giveaway. Also, the other traitors are like, you compromised our trust. Like you went after somebody
Yeah.
and you're obviously going to give them blood, but like, girl, have a conversation with your team. If you're going to offer someone blood,
I think they intentionally put some losers up as traitors because, like, the other two are not strong. The blonde lady that looks like Kim
no one
Zolciak,
has any
and
idea.
then the other lady, none of that. Neither.
Kim
They're both
Zolciak's doppelganger.
yeah, they're both from Survivor, right, or Big Brother. I don't know, one of those
That's
shows that nobody watches.
This is where I have a hard time though, is like all these different competition stars because I don't watch Big Brother or I don't watch like I did watch Survivor back in the day. I don't remember who they are or I don't know what they bring. And so people who love those franchises, it's like cool, but I'm like,
Well, but also like Tony was one of those. Tony's the bald guy that looked like a taller Oppenheim brother that just got eliminated. He, you could tell, is like a good game player because he came in and immediately like just the way he holds himself on camera and then already starts building out strategy. You can tell he's ruthless. The other two, I'm just like they just kind of look lost and they're traitors and they don't really seem to know what they were doing. So I think Boston Rob was smart to get Bob the drag queen out because Bob was kind of pulling the strings and the traitors until Boston Rob came in and now he wants to be the one to pull the strings.
I think the thing is though, if you're going to be Boston Robin in those shoes, I think everyone was very cognizant that like Boston Rob had to be some sort of wild card because the way he was brought into the game. So
Yeah.
regardless, I don't think that strategy plays out well for him in his future. I think he was thinking, okay, in the moment we got to give someone out for blood for like the faithfuls to feel good.
Yeah.
But like I don't think anybody's going to be dumb and be like, "Look, Bob made a comment and obviously how Boston Rob had 2 chances to come in, there's a for sure fire chance they're a traitor of some sort." That's how I would have played if I'm faithful.
I don't think
And that's just me.
I think he's going to be around for a while, but I think he's going to get some heat on him, but he's going to deflect it onto somebody else, probably one of the other 2 new guys. What was it, Wes and the other Jeremy? So I think, oh no, Jeremy already got eliminated. I don't remember what the other guy's name was, the other newbie that they brought in when they brought the 3 of them. I think he's going to deflect onto one of them. I don't know. We have a lot of really good, strong game players this round that I'm excited for.
So what are you texting about Tom Sandoval with?
Oh, let me see. Oh, because he's like, oh my God, I love you. Because like I called Chrishell a loser, and he's like, I'm glad somebody sees it. And I was like, yes, that's me.
It's okay, Tom. No response from me on your sweaty armpit comment, but
He did not respond to that.
no, it's okay. But I mean, aside from other things, we'll get back to watch or skip, but because we obviously got into it in the start, just want to touch on that briefly. But let's talk about our hot in the headlines because the hottest thing today that got everybody up early as shit was the Oscars.
Are you going to give us a recap of the Oscars?
Why are the Oscar announcements at 5:30 a.m. PST and 8:30 a.m. EST?
I don't know.
We all know the girls who work in entertainment. We've already gone through fires. We've gone through a lot. Why are you going to make us get up so early to have to tune in to report for those of us who write and do .coms at unforsaken God hours that we do not want to be awake writing for?
So what were the nominations? I saw Ariana Grande was nominated.
So we have a lot of nominations, okay? So we have a lot of records. We have a lot of big breakdowns when it comes to this. So Amelia Perez has 13 nominations.
I saw that. That looked dumb. Did you see that movie?
I did not, but I have had mixed people reactions coming in, like when it comes to content about it. And so
Yeah.
I've seen like people saying, okay, did this really deserve that many?
No.
It's obviously like...
I haven't even seen it, but the clips that I saw on social media and people dragging it, I was like, that looks like a dumb movie.
So there were...
What is it about?
Too much to describe, girl. Not now. Different time.
The
It's
lady
about...
that crashed the plane?
It's about... What?
Amelia?
That... No. That... Are you really thinking it's that Amelia?
No.
Amelia Earhart?
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it involves Selena Gomez. It involves
Oh.
a drug cartel.
Selena Gomez is in it?
You didn't know that?
No.
People were upset that she didn't get a nomination
I
for
thought
this.
she had anxiety. No.
I mean, don't we all? But
I don't have anxiety.
they had 13 nominations, and so it's just interesting because of like how many nominations it got for a movie that obviously was not an English film.
Or good.
Some may say that. But The Brutalist and Wicked tied each with 10 nominations.
Wow.
The Brutalist, if you are someone who watched The Brutalist, kudos to you.
What is it about?
Do you know how long it is?
3 hours?
3.5.
Oof.
Do you remember when King Kong came out and that was like 3 hours? Oh my God. Like, are we going to intermission?
Wasn't Wicked like 3 hours too?
I mean, it was close to it.
It was long.
Petition, I don't need a 3-hour movie.
No.
If we're going to do that, give me an intermission at my whim that's longer than just like 20 minutes so I can get my popcorn, get my full meal in.
And Wicked's already 2 parts.
Wicked's already 2 parts. They said, we don't want to do this to you. Split it up or make more money.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. Conclave and A Complete Unknown with Mr. Timmy Tim. 8 nominations. And then 5 films will be competing for Best Picture. So we have Anora, Dune Part 2, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, and The Substance. Demi Moore also
Dune
got...
Part 2?
Right? I mean, I forgot
Did
that was in
anybody
there.
even care about Dune Part 1?
I mean, it made good money.
Well, because Zendaya's in it.
Timmy Tim's in it.
Who is that?
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh. I was like, who the fuck is Timmy Tim? I was thinking of Tiny Tim
Ugh.
from A Christmas Story.
I love your same but different references you give.
But
But
yeah, Zendaya, you met her.
Zendaya?
Yeah.
When?
At Madame Tussauds.
Oh, yes, si, senor. That did happen. Other notable things that came out of this is Carlos Sofia Gascon made history, which I'm kind of surprised. I thought this already happened, but like the first openly transgender actor has been nominated.
Wow.
I thought that had already happened.
Wasn't that Laverne Cox?
I thought Laverne had a nomination, and I was like really sitting here going like, did that really not happen? Like for maybe Golden Globe history or more,
Maybe.
but Academy
Not
Award for the Oscars, no.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
Demi Moore also got her nomination, and so like the Demi Moore train, I am on.
Oh, yeah.
I am seated. I wish she would really just nab the Oscar like she did the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if you are going to win an award, you better fucking have a good speech ready. I'm not gonna sit through these Oscars and see all these damn cell phones being read for their speeches because
But what if that's their damn good speech? If it's written down on their cell phone?
print it out. I want a premium look.
Nobody
and feel.
has a printer these days.
Give me a scroll. Like, I'm surprised the Oscars are not like, girls, we cannot clear the Apple logo in this televised broadcast. Think about that shit. You get granular, but like, I don't know, bring an iPad. It's a little more premium. But like when you see someone reading off the
Could you
phone,
imagine someone bringing an iPad up on stage?
do you remember in iCarly when they had the pear pads and they're like huge?
Yes.
I was like, yes, troll this. But if you are going to give a speech at the Oscars this year, make it monumental, make it noteworthy. It's gonna launch you to the future. It's gonna give you some opportunity, but like, give us what we need. If we're rooting for you, don't give me a 20-second speech.
Oh, Trevor Noah again, right? Didn't we just talk about that?
Yes, that's for Grammys. That's for
Oh,
the
so
Grammys.
then who's hosting the Oscars?
It is Conan O'Brien.
Conan? What is this, 2012? What does Conan even do these days?
You know, I don't know.
Exactly.
I haven't seen him too much, but I'm not mad he's not going to be there. You know, but you
Who's
know,
next year? Jay Leno?
Netflix led the studio race in total with 16 nominations. So that's great because they have Best Picture, Best Director, multiple acting and technical nominations, and more. So Dune Part 2, the reason you're like, Dune? They're nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, multiple technical awards, including Best Cinematography, Best Production Design, and Best Visual Effects, which I will give to that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very hard thing.
The effects on that were really good. The story was boring, but the effects were great.
Oh, girl, don't watch Dune or Part 2, Part 1, whatever it may be on an airplane because I was very having a hard time focusing in.
Because it's boring.
No, because it's very hard to hear. And it's already things I don't know because I didn't read the books and know the original. So I was like, who is this? Who's this alien?
Oh, is there a nomination for It Ends With Us?
That's I don't think that was in an eligible market for multiple reasons, but short answer is no.
I would have thought Blake Lively would have gotten a nomination for her groundbreaking performance behind the scenes.
Have you seen? We'll get into that in a minute. Actually, I shouldn't even get there. So that is your Oscars recap of what's going on. Rachel Sennett and Bowen Yang, they announced everything. And so, like, I think that was whimsical and fun, but to also force everybody, including two funny girls, to get up that early and do it. We were just having a conversation earlier. Some people got invited and they had to be there at 4 a.m. And I'm like, I'm happy I was home, but there I was rolling out of my damn business. And I got 3 phone calls early in the morning, and it was a coffee delivery. Someone being like, thank you for...
From Threads?
They're like, thank you for covering. And I'm like, who the fuck's calling me? It's are they trying to break in? This must be a spam caller. And so I didn't pick up. And so I didn't realize that I had a coffee sitting outside my door for 3 hours.
Wow.
And thank God it was iced.
Well, then it was watery.
Surprisingly, no. So
there we go.
Anyway.
Wait, we need to go to the banana shop, the La La Land.
The banana shop?
For the banana smoothie.
Do you remember last year we went to the Oscars? Like the watch party?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that wild looking back?
That was fun.
It was a good time.
The food was good. And we had so many drinks.
We're not going to be able to drink this year at the Oscars. The audacity.
Remember the line for the photo op? Oh, all the photo ops. The lines were so long. But then we went in the little museum thingy with the little thingy.
They had Shake Shack. We ran into the gays in West Hollywood.
Shake Shack. Oh my God, yes. We had so much Shake Shack that day.
We went to the Academy
Give me
Museum.
all the Shake Shack.
The Academy Museum was just like Shake Shack for you, fries, burgers. And I was like, great. And then we'd look out of the corner of our eyes. We'd be like, oh my God, there's some WeHo gays. I'm going to sit down and eat my burger.